Wetskins on three. 1, 2, 3. Wetskins!
Hi everyone, Greg Mescall here. Thanks for joining us on The Counterattack. We're here in Washington, D.C. because this week we visited with the Washington Wetskins. The Wetskins are the longest running LGBT inclusive water polo club in the U.S. We learned a little bit about their story for a feature we'll have coming later on. Let's let you meet some of the club athletes and learn a little bit more about this group.
Interestingly enough, it actually was a club founded by non-water polo players, guys, LGBT community who wanted to form a water polo team to play in actually the gay games. And IGLA is an international gay and lesbian aquatics organization that holds competition every year inside and outside of the U.S. So it was neat, about 32 years ago, guys in our region came together to form this team. And over the years, it actually became all-inclusive to more than just LGBT community. Half our team's females. We have folks from different race, religion, backgrounds, so it's really encompassed more than just this beautifully constructed LGBT team to all-inclusive.
Now we turn to women's college water polo, where some teams were getting together in Berkeley this past weekend for the Cal Cup. Among them, the host Cal Bears taking on the visiting UC Irvine Anteaters. Highlights here via Water Polo Nation.
2:24 left in the period. Here's another power play opportunity for the Bears. Anna Illish fires and scores. Cal goes up by 3. Isabella Rack fires the shot and scores. UCI takes the lead. Tara Prentice, she scores with a skip shot. The Anteaters trail 7-6. But the Bears have an answer, and that answer is Carla Carrega. 1:37 left to go. She gets a good look at the net, fires and scores. And that would be it. The Cal Bears go on to take this one. They beat the UCI Anteaters 10-8.
And that sends us off nicely into our Cap 7 college scoreboard. University of Michigan playing host to some of the top teams in the country. UCLA a winner over the Maize and Blue, 9-5. Pacific edging Wagner 13-11. Hartwick a couple of goals better than Marist in a battle of the state of New York. And then we go back to that Cal Cup in Berkeley. Stanford all over San Jose State, 15-4. And fitting we end on the Cardinal as the defending NCAA champs are the new #1 team in the land in our USA Water Polo National Collegiate Rankings, powered by the Freeman Ratings System. Cardinal in at 1, the Cal Bears 2, Arizona State last week's #1, down to 3, and then UCLA, USC, UC Irvine, Hawaii, Davis, and Pacific tied for 8th, and then Michigan in at 10. The full top 25 available at usawaterpolo.org. A reminder, if your team has not played 3 games, you are not yet rated. Many schools still yet to play their 3rd game this year. The poll will get populated with more squads as the season progresses. USA Water Polo Zone Award winners announced. Congratulations to all, recognizing some of the best in the game of water polo in our zones, whether it comes to coaches or masters athletes, referees. Congrats to all. The winners here will help determine our national award winners. That'll be announced later this year. Again, a big congratulations to all recognized. ODP National Championships are right around the corner, and schedules have been announced for both the boys and girls championships, both returning to the Tri-Valley, California area in Northern California. Make sure you visit usawaterpolo.org and head to the Olympic Development Program section to get all the important details on these events, the schedules, hotel information, other things you need to know, venues that'll make your trip to the ODP National Championships a success. The Central Valley Water Polo Club is hosting their 25th annual Masters Tourney this April 15th and 16th at Bullard High School in Fresno, California. Some footage here from last year's event, courtesy of Jim Weaver. The club started 25 years ago after Fresno State dropped men's water polo. So with that in mind, they're hosting a Fresno State men's water polo alumni event. And as many of you know, Fresno State added women's water polo. Natalie Benson's squad is in their first season here in 2018. They plan to be a part of the event as well. Best of luck to Central Valley as they look to celebrate year 25 of their Masters tourney.
And now we close things out with our social media send-off, the best of water polo on the internet. Don't forget to stay involved. Use the hashtag counterattack, and let's start things up.
First, a public service announcement. Cal Bear and Team USA athlete Nick Carnelia will be our latest Instagram interview tonight at 8:30 p.m. Eastern, 5:30 p.m. Pacific. Make sure you follow USA Water Polo's live Instagram video and bring your questions for Nick. We'll learn more about the rising star for Team USA. Speaking of rising stars, we go to Georgia, where water polo continues to grow. 17 athletes named to the ODP Southeast Zone teams. Congrats, well done. That via the Georgia High School Water Polo Association Twitter account. Nice video here from the USC Water Polo Twitter account. Check out this goal from Brianna DeBow. What a wonderful gesture from the Murrieta Valley High School Girls Water Polo Program. They raised $300 and presented it to Santa Barbara High School water polo coach Mark Walsh after attending a tournament there this past weekend. You know the area has been through so much, from wildfires to mudslides. Every little bit helps. Nicely done, Murrieta Valley. We had such a good time visiting colleges, clubs, and schools last week in the Northeast, and the folks were thankfully happy to see us. George Washington, Coach Carson with a shout out, and also the GW Water Polo Twitter account. The Naval Academy, great to be in Annapolis. The Washington Wetskins with a nice selfie video of everybody that was on hand for practice, including myself and our awesome video producer, Cherie. Malvern Prep, they're looking forward to the show. And keep in mind, all these different features where we visited clubs and colleges and schools will be part of upcoming episodes of The Counterattack. And last but not least, Arizona State, they were hyped to be the #1 team in the nation last week in our USA Water Polo rankings. From the Sun Devils account to the Sun Devil Water Polo account, we love to see people fired up about our national rankings.
So there you have it, some of the best things we saw this week on the internet in the great game of water polo. Thanks so much for your submissions. That's going to wrap up this week's episode. Thanks for joining us. And don't forget, when you're on the counterattack, even here in DC, even in front of the Washington Monument, make sure you look weak side.